Mindful that tourism is the engine of the economy and workers the backbone of the industry, the Barbados Workers Union is leading the charge to create a better deal for employees in the sector. BWU General Secretary Toni explains that it involves what she calls a national level agreement. It will set minimum conditions for businesses within tourism to meet if they want to benefit from concessions. While final details are to be ironed out in the coming weeks, a number of contentious issues are on the table, such as meal allowance, service charge, uniforms, and seasonal contracts, just to name a few.
Because if any company is getting a concession or if any company is in a contract, we should look forward to the day where they are held accountable for being fair to the people who are delivering for them.
Although the national level agreement is expected to mirror the BWU's collective agreement, there are some differences.
The difference really is that enforcement of it will not have to depend on the BW trying to out fires and trying to get meetings and so on. The monitoring, in addition to our own monitoring, the monitoring will be at the level of the Labor Department, the Ministry of Labor, and the Ministry of Tourism that gets to approve or reject concessions.
As it relates to timeline, Ms. Moore says the BWU has insisted that all the legislative work be completed so that it can be before Parliament by the end of January. The issue of shop stewards being adversely affected for attending union meetings was also raised at the rally. One delegate said she was informed by her workplace that money would be deducted from her salary if she attended the meeting. Ms. Moore suggested that may be illegal.
Because in Barbados, there's something called the Trade Union Act. So it is saying an employer who dismisses a workman or adversely affects that person's employment to the prejudice of that person because that person takes part in trade union activities outside of the consent of the employer or with the consent of the employer. And it goes on to say that employer is guilty of an offense and liable on summary conviction to a fine.
So Derek, those are some of the major points coming out of the BWU's rally for hotel workers last night.